Hello, everybody. It's Caleb Hale and Anna Tooby with the SIU Alumni Association. If you're seeing us go live on a Thursday afternoon on or about 4 o'clock, it means we probably have another Saluki Sleuths episode for you. And this time we do, and it is about concerts at the SIU Arena. We were inspired for this episode by a concert that we do have coming up at the arena here in just a couple weeks. Sam Hunt, part of his On the Outskirts tour, will be at the Banterra Center with a couple special guests, Brett Young and Lily Rose. Tickets are on sale right now. We're steadily starting to see those seats fill up, but there's still some available, so you can jump online right now. Just look it up under events.siu.edu/Sam Hunt, and you can see what tickets are still available and purchase them there. But Anna, this really kind of got us thinking about the history of the SIU Arena and the number, just kind of the, I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of musical acts that came through over the years. So
yeah, I feel like it jogs a lot of people's memories when they see kind of an advertisement for a concert happening now. It's like, gosh, people can remember back to the 60s for these concerts, and a lot of good ones in the 80s and 70s. I mean, it's the memories just come pouring out, I feel like, with alumni and concerts at the arena.
Well, why don't we take a short teaser or a look at a short teaser clip for this episode.
Bruce Springsteen was here, Elton John was here.
Barry Manilow he just had the best voice.
It really is a magnet to Carbondale.
Just the party environment that the university had at that time. I mean, we had a lot of fun.
This was where people from around the whole region came to get their entertainment. It was so exciting, everything that was happening.
All right, so tell me about what did we learn here during this episode?
Yeah, no, you can tell by those quick sound bites. I mean, you just have to ask an alum about what concert they went to, right? And it's like they can remember the year, obviously who the talent was, what the night was like, and it's just, they smile so big. And I can see why. I mean, the environment was just awesome. And it went beyond just the university. This was the whole community coming together to appreciate these concerts and have a good time. I mean, it's not just SIU students and staff, it's all of Southern Illinois. So this episode, we're going to get to a look back at some of the concerts. You're going to get a little walk down memory lane, remembering who was here. Johnny Cash. We just saw Bob Dylan up on the screen, all those folks. We speak with Southern Illinoisan reporter Les Odell, who put together tried to put together a comprehensive list of all the concerts that have ever happened at the arena. And he's pretty sure he's got all of them. It's more than 300. So we're going to look at that. Then we're going to get a little behind the scenes tour of like how things work at the arena when they put a concert on. Where is the talent hanging out before the show, the green room, stuff like that? What goes into promoting these concerts? And I think people who remember concerts from the 70s and 80s will remember the turning stage and stuff like that. So people will get to kind of remember that as well and get an inside look at what went into this and how they set up the stage and things like that.
Yeah, it's definitely Carbondale has such an interesting and rich musical scene anyway as part of its history, and I think an anchor point for that was the Carbondale and the arena was home to a number of major acts of the day that came through, starting from the 60s when the arena was built all the way into the 90s and early 2000s as well. And I know universities made a concerted effort these days, like we said recently, or just a few minutes ago with Sam Hunt, to really bring back concerts to this level and get people back out into Carbondale, back out into the spaces that weren't necessarily, just a couple of years ago weren't possible because we were in a pandemic. But
Right.
people are getting back into the swing of going to crowded places, these big events like this, and it's kind of a perfect time to relaunch that effort.
It is. No, and it's such a huge draw for the region. Something that we'll see a lot in this episode was how big of a promotional tool this was for the university. Oh, sorry, guys, my camera went out. But if you're still hearing me, I mean, it was such a huge promo tool. I mean, they were sometimes the first time people went on campus was to go to a concert. So they got exposed to SIU.
Yeah. And I mean, everyone's got stories definitely from their days in the concerts, but you're also going to hear a little bit about some of what it takes to get acts on board at the arena themselves. The interesting point is about something called a tech writer.
Yeah, I learned that too. At first I was confused when our interviewees were trying to tell me. I'm like, tech writer, like what is that? A person? Is that a right? Oh no, it's a document that has all the requests.
And to most people, what they hear that those are kind of the crazy, weird, almost Madonna requests that a number of performers make.
Right,
about their living space getting up there. But sometimes we learn there's actually a pretty interesting reason. It's not necessarily about the demands being met. It's just kind of sometimes a indicator of how well the concert setup has actually gone for the night too.
Right. So we're going to hear a little bit about that. And then it's kind of some of the wacky requests, which our interviewees told us those were put in by these promoters and managers just to make sure the university actually read the tech writer. So there'd be like crazy requests in there that university staff would say, hey, no, we can't do that. And the managers for the talent would say, okay, we get it. We're just making sure you read it. So we're going to have a lot of those fun memories. And then, we interviewed Scott Moeller, who's on our board, and he was a concert promoter for the arena back in the 80s. And his interview was so fun because it's like he really had all the documents and he like meticulously kept records. And he shared that story about how they used to camp out for tickets like days in advance. And they have ticket windows right in front of the arena. I got a kick out of that. So we're going to see a little bit of that. And I feel like people are going to enjoy that part because you can still see the remnants of these ticket offices. I'll leave it at that, but you can still see the remnants of them right now.
Yeah. What we hope you do is you watch this episode, maybe it kicks open a few memories and you share those down in our comment section when you see it. Please
do
share your own story about this, because this is one of those things where we've had thousands of people attend these concerts. Those were memorable nights for people, and I mean, definitely there's a lot of personal history wrapped up into these events under these big acts.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. No, I think people are going to love it. And I can't wait to hear all your guys' stories. Like Caleb said, please leave them in the comments because it's so fun to hear from you guys and what concert you went to.
All right. So as usual, we're talking about an episode. We're not showing it here necessarily. So Anna, tell them where they can see it at.
Yeah, this is just kind of our little live chat to let you guys know what we're doing. And then this is going to be posted on Facebook and on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching us on Facebook right now or on Twitter, it's all posted to those accounts. So it's really easy to find on all of our social media. So that should be there looking at the time right now. So feel free to head to our page and check it out.
And yeah, we've got a number of other episodes. If you've missed anything, we covered quite a few areas of history. So if you watch this one and you want to watch a few more, leave your feedback on them. Let us know. And if there's other story ideas or things that you'd like us to look into and look into the history of or the stories and legends behind them, let us know. But hope everyone enjoys this episode, enjoys the rest of their evening, and we will be seeing you later. Thanks, everyone.